Chapter 7. The Guardian of the Shallow Places. The bottoms tightened around us as we walked. Not physically. It wasn't that the trees moved closer, but the attention did. There's a difference between walking through the woods and the woods walking with you. Anyone raised in Ashley County knows that distinction in their bones. Bronky felt it first. He stopped, ears swiveling like mismatched satellites. "I hear consideration," he whispered. The sycamores ahead had peeled themselves pale, the bark ghost white in the failing light. Beneath them the ground formed a smooth, wide flat, shallow water like an inch deep, spread like glass across the mud. Pig elbowed me lightly with her snout. Shallow water like that, that's a crossing, or threshold, or a password. Beauregard strutted forward, feathers trembling with the need to appear unbothered. "This," he announced, "is a ceremonial location. I can feel the honor rising." Pig snorted. "You are feeling indigestion." But she was wrong this time. Even I could sense it. The air trembled, not with sound, but with expectation. A slow ripple moved across the thin sheet of water as though something underneath it was shifting its shoulders. Then a shape emerged. Not a creature, not yet, not clearly. Just two horns breaking the surface of the water, small, curved, symmetrical, as though carved from driftwood and sit there for effect. Bronky nearly fainted. Peg did not faint, but she did inhale sharply, which for Peg is the equivalent of a gasp. Beauregard lowered his head. "A guardian," he whispered, "not of the deep, of the shallow." The horns rose a little higher, then a head, then the faint outline of a small, compact body beneath the water. It was a goat, but not Old Man Tub. This one was smaller, sleeker, the color of river clay, its eyes dark and steady. It stood perfectly still in the inch of water as if the bottoms had carved it from the land itself. When it spoke, the voice was neither bleat nor growl, just a calm, low vibration. "You have stepped into a thin place." Pig bristled. "We didn't cross any posted signs." "There are no signs here. There are only intentions." Beauregard stepped forward bravely, although his legs shook like ambition in a thunderstorm. "We seek passage," he declared. "The land summoned us." The goat nodded once, acknowledging the truth of that. Passage is not denied, but it must be recognized. Pig frowned. "Recognize how?" The goat dipped its head toward the shallow water. "By what you see reflected." This was troubling. Reflections in the bottoms don't always tell the truth. Sometimes they tell the truth you've been avoiding. I knelt by the water. My reflection looked back, but the trees behind me looked older, closer, as though time itself was leaning over my shoulder. Pig looked next. Her reflection stared back with weary intelligence, but behind her stood a great soul, the kind found only in old farm stories, the mother of all pigs, the architect of the first wallow. Pig turned away quickly. Bronky approached trembling. The water showed him as he was, fearful, but behind him stood a donkey taller than any fence, steady as a ridge, patient as winter. Beauregard stepped last. The water showed him standing proud, comb high, but behind him, standing quietly, was a tall, shadowy bird whose feathers shimmered the color of old fire. Beauregard's voice cracked. "Who is that?" "The one you become if you stay on your path," the guardian said. Pig exhaled very slowly. "Well, that's new." The goat stepped aside, water rippling around its hooves. You may pass, but understand this, the bottoms do not summon lightly. Something old is turning over in the silt, something remembering its name. Beauregard swallowed hard. We accept the terms. The goat nodded once, then dissolved, not in a dramatic explosion of light or mist, but in a simple, quiet way, by stepping backward into the water until the land reclaimed the shape. The shallow flat was empty again. We walked onward. Beauregard was silent for the first time since breakfast. Pig kept glancing sideways at him. Bronky stayed close to my leg. And ahead, through the deepening dusk, I saw the first flicker of something, a light with no source, a glow without fire, as if the land was lighting the path it meant us to follow. We did not speak. We simply kept walking, because Chapter 8 was waiting for us.